Good evening and welcome to Gaming with Scott presents Behind the Masks, a Southgate media production. In this series, our heroes remove their masks so that you, the listener, can learn more about the player behind the character. We discuss topics of interest and encourage our players to go off the rails and down the rabbit hole. We hope this helps our audience get to know us better. Discussions and insights begin just after this music. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gaming with Scott. I am here with Rico.
Yo.
Jay Payne.
How you doing?
Joshua Jackson.
What's up?
And John Garlic.
Get out of here, weird penguin.
So, wow, you're in a mood tonight. You're always in a mood.
He is salty.
So I got to quiet. So one of the things that I read an article recently about the Adventure Zone. Bum bum bum.
That's
It's a
impressive.
podcast that does what? That I can read. Be quiet.
No.
What are you impressiving? Just
I was trying to give you a compliment, but I'm glad you could read.
okay. Good. And one of the suggestions was a way to engage and build listenership is when you talk with your fans, that you can do like giveaways and contests and Twitter things and etc. And one of them is, hey, the next person who twats the following or kicks the thing or listens to suggests the blah 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 that we use, they get NPCs named after them.
Oh, I would be the first one. I would win that every month.
Well, you're on the show, so
you're
can't
already
win.
on the show.
What do you mean I can't win?
you're
That's
in
not
it
a lottery.
fair.
It's
You're
like a
in
lottery.
Relatives
Relatives
not
aren't
eligible.
allowed and employees and whatnot.
You're ineligible to win as you are an employee of the station, or however that.
Yeah, no, that's right.
terminology
No,
is.
we're an LLC. I'm totally
Yeah.
employed.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, there it is. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, whatever. Sounds cool to me.
Yeah, whatever.
Next topic.
Fun incentives. Yeah,
Is there anything you want to talk about? No.
No.
Next. Okay, good.
Thanks.
What do you want to talk about?
I
Next.
can't wait till it's like some automated Twitter bot that just retweets
Oh,
based
yeah.
on certain trigger words, and then
yeah.
all of a sudden we have to name an NPC.
Like,
After horse
face.
ebooks.
Like happening podcast now, and that's going to be like a villain that we're going to have to come across.
Or, NPC face.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I can't wait for that to
Yeah.
happen, but I'm
It's
all
a bad
for
idea,
it.
actually.
No, it's not. This is brilliant. Go with it.
We are going to get trolled to within an inch of our lives.
Scott is dumbfounded.
It's going to be.
officially.
It's
How
going to
about,
be.
but only if the name is like a real name.
If it's not BS and there's thought put into it, you win.
I mean,
I mean, real names here, not like Josh Jackson or anything. I mean, like
Yeah.
real names.
That is
Yeah.
a bullshit
No.
name, and you should never use it again.
Well, and
Stop it.
this is a pseudonym that he uses because he really likes the actor from Fringe. Whatever. I mean, I've had crushes on people. Oh, you like that, right?
Yeah, Josh, really
Dude,
creepy.
Fringe was a fantastic show.
It was a good
I
show
didn't like
until
it. I
last
didn't like it.
season. or
You didn't
so.
like it?
I saw like the first 3 or 4 episodes, and I was like, meh.
Damn it.
I never watched it again.
is that the one where they're in the town where people invent things?
No, that's
No.
Eureka,
Oh, okay.
which is also a deliciously wonderful show.
Oh, okay.
No, Fringe was.
Fringe was like the X-Files ripoff / something.
okay.
It becomes an alternate universe,
Yeah,
a mirror
it's just
universe
stupid.
thing. It
Which
was
I think is
phenomenal.
happening in the
Stupid.
new X-Files as well. Which I haven't been following. So
The new X Files is dumb because
Aw.
it catapults off the old X Files, which were dumb. They just geometrically tried to keep upping the stakes of conspiracy theory until they literally had painted themselves into a corner and had nowhere to go.
Kinda like Lost, right?
The shows that hold up the best.
Oh my god!
They just
I
painted
love Lost.
themselves into a corner and kept building and building and building the mystery, and then it's like, whatever.
The shows that hold up the best from the X-Files are the episodes where they had the Monster of the Week.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The non-conspiracy, the
Right.
monster. Yeah, the monster of the month episodes. Yeah.
because the conspiracy just like they
was
didn't really have a map, and they were just sort of laying tracks in front of the train. And
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's funny is that didn't work for Supernatural. They were supposed to be Monster of the Week starting
Says
out.
Jackson while
Almost-
Supernatural's in like its 20th season or
Yeah,
whatever.
but they
Okay,
stopped doing that.
Before the plebes chimed in, what I was going to say is that this TV series started that way for the first season and a half, 2 seasons, and then they went to the more metaphysical, spiritual religion, angels versus demons stuff, and that's when it blew up.
Well, a
3
lot
and
of
4.
shows. A lot of shows start out monster of the week before they catch their footing and then start their plot.
Because they know that those will go well in syndication.
Right.
Yes.
So it's like, there's a lot of shows that died during their monster of the week phase and never got to the, big story.
I can
Sort of
see
like
that.
Such as?
Okay, it wasn't a
Forever
great
Night
show, but
or-
Forever
I don't even know what that is.
Night.
Forever Night. Oh, wasn't that the
John
one
Garlic.
with
That
the
was
vampire
brilliant.
that flew the plane?
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
Canadians too.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome. No, it
You
wasn't.
lost me
No,
with
it-
Canadian.
It was
what
terrible.
was
Horrible.
that?
Birds of Prey, I think, was one that was a Monster of the Week show. It wasn't great, but it never really got anywhere. It lasted like half a season and got canceled.
What was that supernatural soap opera where Johnny Depp made a movie about it? You guys know
Dark
what I'm saying?
Shadows.
Dark Shadows. Yeah, that was
That-
a Monster of the Week soap opera that died after
Yeah.
I think maybe
It
a
was
season
not-
and a half
That
or two.
was
What? No,
that
Dark
was-
Shadows was on.
Dark
for
Shadows was
a
on
long
forever.
time.
Yeah,
I
that was
don't know
a
about
black
that.
and white, like really long
You're-
running
what
show.
am I thinking? Am I thinking?
You're talking the movie.
I'm
I
talking
thought.
about the movie. Okay.
Yeah, which was terrible.
Which was
Okay.
terrible. Also, the show played it straight.
Yeah.
Right. Which the show was amazing.
I'm thinking of the
Yeah.
movie that was crap then.
It wasn't that
It
good.
was.
Oh yeah.
It also had very little to do
Had
with
Ava
it.
Green in it. She was awesome.
Yes, but I
Yes,
did
she
like
is.
when
incredibly gorgeous woman.
Barnabas comes out of the coffin and he sees the golden M for Mephistopheles, and it's the golden arches.
On a scale of 1 to 5, Jay, how gorgeous was she?
Eva Green?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a 5. Come on, man.
1 to 5.
5 Clydesdales?
She's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Get that.
The Clydesdale scale.
Clydesdale scale, I'd give her
forgot
a
about
solid
that.
4.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Oh right, yeah.
Because you know what the Clydesdale scale
the
is.
Clydesdale
right?
scale. You remember talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that at
it's
It's
Gen
the
Con?
number of Clydesdales it would take to tear me off of her. Is the,
Oh,
I'd give her a solid 4.
Yeah.
It's a solid 4.
Oh.
Yeah, Garlic
Yeah.
wasn't there for Gen Con, so he didn't hear about the
I'll tell you
Clydesdale
what.
scale.
I'll tell you
That
what.
was good
The
stuff.
sequel to 300 wasn't great, but there is a scene that is fantastic.
It is just phenomenal. Martha. Yeah, it was good. It was good. So what did we start out with a minute ago?
I don't know.
so
You're talking about some
your
crap.
your storytelling, building
Yes.
plot ideas.
Yeah,
naming NPCs after people
We were
who
bringing
tweet.
because we'd have to give them personalities and do the whole thing and build them and auction them off and love them and care them for them and feed them and
So
call them George.
listenership engagement.
Yeah.
I get it. I
What
just
other
think
what other
the-
ideas you got for listenership engagement?
I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
so
Haven't really
so
thought
I
about
have
it.
one.
I look
Well,
forward.
you just like
I look forward.
Just
dropped
threw
out
it
of
on you.
nowhere.
I did.
You didn't
I did.
say like, "Hey guys, for this podcast coming up, let's think about this."
I
No,
look
you just got
forward-
here
No.
and said, "Hey, there it is."
I did.
We
I
will be
was- I
facing
was
off
very bad.
against the supervillain Poop Face.
Right.
Yes.
You know,
That's the problem.
Fart snack.
Too many Twitter handles and email names and all this stuff are just random gibberish.
Yeah, the problem is
Yeah.
and trolling.
humans
and,
are ignorant. A person is smart. People in a
Are
group are
stupid,
dumb.
right.
Yeah.
right.
Damn you, sociology.
Dumb, panicky animals. Have you not seen Men in Black?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. In fact, that's where the quote came from, right?
Yeah.
A
Yes.
person is smart, but people are stupid.
But there,
something
it was
like
it was in something before then.
Oh, I'm sure.
Cool hand, Luke.
No.
Wow. that's
Finding
something
Nemo. No, I'm just gonna
what? Finding Nemo.
bridge over the River Kwai.
else. We should
I'm
auction.
just gonna.
Are
I'm
we
just
just
gonna
naming
throw-
random old movies?
I'm just throwing
Okay.
out random titles at this point.
I
Breakfast
was
at
going-
Tiffany's.
I was going for the quote. Taking it off, boss.
Listeners,
Taking it off.
listenership
Ferris
engagement.
Bueller's Day Off.
But this is much funnier than where I was going.
Listenership
Highlander
engagement.
2?
We should auction
No,
off.
there is no such thing.
Oh my god.
You shut your mouth.
We need-
I need you to hold that thought for just a second. This podcast does not recognize Highlander 2 as to ever having existed.
This podcast does not recognize anything other than Highlander. That's it.
That's
Hey,
it.
I mean, there are people
I
out
liked
there.
4.
You suck.
I did.
There
was
should
the
have been
one where
only
they had,
one, and
they-
you know it.
I did.
That's the one where they had the guy from the show, right?
Yes.
No, it was
Yeah.
terrible. The show was terrible. All the sequels were
You didn't
terrible.
like Adrian Paul?
No, he sucked. Stupid.
But
How are you gonna have a
style
cousin of an
circle
immortal be an immortal? That's just dumb. Same family, same area. Come on.
Well, they're from the same home planet.
Oh God.
Oh. I am going to murder you.
Spoiler alert.
Hey, there.
What?
I respect the position because there are people out there who don't believe in freaking dinosaurs, man. I think we can disavow
all agree.
the existence of the
bad.
Highlander franchise beyond
so-
the original.
So, because you're going to name the planet name next, right?
Zeist.
Oh, God, so stupid. You know what's funny? I was watching Highlander a couple weeks ago with my daughter. She kind of liked, she liked it. She thought it was good. She said this definitely needs to be remade, because
Oh yeah.
for 1986 the special effects suck.
Truth.
She cracked up. There's a scene in the movie where Connor is in the church on his his wife's birthday in the future, and Kurgan comes in and he walks up to the candles and he's like
Snuffing
patting
them
them
out.
And she cracked up because as he's doing, he's going, and she just lost it. She's like, "This guy is awesome." I'm like, "I know." Holy ground, Highlander.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Which had never made sense to me, but
Why not?
sure, whatever.
It's tradition.
It was a magical
Ramirez
thing.
says
Yeah,
Okay.
they blow up.
it's
or
tradition.
something.
None of us will violate that law or that rule or whatever.
Until it's advantageous. And they
Until
cut
it
off your
suits
head.
us. Yeah.
No, but they never did.
Well, they never did. No, you're right. You're right. But the question is it mystical or is it just traditional by choice? In which case, somebody like the Kurgan is going to violate it.
Oh no, it's magic. A kind of magic.
It's a kind of
It
magic.
is a kind of magic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
then we're
You know,
fine
I
here.
would almost say that for Kurgan, to me, always seemed like a very interesting villain because
Yeah.
he did bad stuff like murder people and rape people and whatnot, but he seemed to follow the rules.
Yeah.
So he had a code.
Oh, he had a code. Right.
He
that
had
was
the
what I was
code.
gonna say. He had a code.
He reminds Connor, "Hey, holy ground,
Yeah.
we're not going to fight right now.
lawful evil.
Lawful evil, basically, right? Well, not really.
No,
lawful.
he threw
What?
children into pits to fight for
No.
meat.
His people did.
Oh,
Like-
okay. For fun.
His tribe or whatever. So I don't know. Like he had a code. He had
No,
his
that
thing.
was imposed. They were creatures of very strict rules. Like they were like gremlins level rules.
What?
Like,
How did you
Wait,
just draw
don't-
that?
Don't
Hold
feed
on.
the Kurgan after midnight.
Well,
Yeah.
I would say
You
probably,
stole my. I was
And
going
don't
there
get them
until
wet.
Stimpy interrupted.
Hey, but
Really?
yes,
you know
don't feed the
that's true.
Kurgan after midnight.
If he's Stimpy, who's Ren?
Yeah.
no,
Ren Hoke.
that kind of dude. Just the sheer amount of chaos and nightmare fuel that he spouted the whole time. You know that those rules that he was following for for Highlanders were imposed.
Aren't there
on
only
high.
2 gremlin rules? Don't get them wet and don't feed them after midnight.
No,
Oh,
that's
and no
the third one
sunlight.
about bright light.
Oh, okay. So there are 3
Or
gremlin
sunlight.
rules.
Yeah.
It just kills them. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of melts
That's still
them.
not very many.
It basically
No.
Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom arcs them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean they
Well-
have 3 rules too. It's like there could be only one, no fighting on holy ground, and cut off the head. That's pretty much it, right?
Oh yeah, so you're absolutely right. It is gremlin rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3's the magic number.
I mean,
And then if your head gets cut off because you had a train roll over it.
Then
Oh, that's the second one again.
I don't know about you, but like if I was Connor, I would have just teamed up with Castigear and just like waited for Kurgan and just
Jumped him.
like 2 against 1 and killed him, and then just lived as best buds forever as immortals.
Yeah.
That would be badass.
Dude, seriously.
Just why you got to kill the other guy and take his head? That's
Yeah,
just
right.
stupid.
Exactly, because you guys can both be equally as powerful.
Now the thing is, they didn't know what the prize was.
Right.
Now, knowing what the prize is after, I'd be like, why did I do all this? This
the
is
prize
stupid.
the prize is being in Highlander 2.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
John, I don't.
There was a Highlander 2?
Oh, I'm sorry. I've broken the taboo again.
Yes.
Yes, we
Highlander
we here
2 is haram.
We here at it's just like Beavershanks. Can't talk about it.
Yeah.
With that in Highlander 2, where we need a third one to make it a gremlin roll. No, it just really had the notion. By the way, my what was the guy in? My kids freaked out because we were like, that voice, that's the Kurgan, right? And they lost it. I can't remember.
Mr.
what it was.
Krabs from SpongeBob.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
geez.
He was Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob.
Yes.
Was the Kurgan,
Hey,
and
he
they
was
went.
in-
I
And
told
he
my
was in-
kids that too, and they were like, "Really?" I
He's
was
a
like, yeah.
huge
and
voice
he was
actor.
and
Yeah,
he
he
was
is.
in he's also a very large voice actor.
Ta-da!
He's like 6'6". Yeah, he's huge.
But he was also in Starship Troopers.
Yes,
As
he
the,
Yes,
drill sergeant.
Yes,
Yeah.
we loved that. He was
He's the
also
drill sergeant
in
that gets busted down to private, so he can go back into
Oh,
to the,
exactly.
to the
Private Sim.
Also,
Yeah.
countless car commercials as well.
really.
Also, the the commander in charge of Frank Castle's unit in The Punisher.
TV series Carnival.
He's also in
Oh,
The
yes.
Flash. He plays the military guy who's in charge
Yes.
of the psychic.
I miss
Carnival.
Which,
Carnival.
and I saw
was a
him
good-
in
that was a good
Supergirl
show.
too. He plays
is
the same
canceled.
general around
yep.
through that universe as well.
As they would
Was that
say
Jay?
on IMDb, no small parts.
Very nice, very nice.
How did she get in the door?
It's not her.
Oh, it's not her.
Nope.
Alrighty.
Carnival was good.
It was
I
great.
wish they would bring Carnival back.
They just canceled it.
and Deadwood was good
sucked.
too. I used to love watching both of those shows.
Deadwood was good. Justified was better. That was probably
Justified
my
was
favorite.
Well, and if you needed to get your Timothy Oliphant on, you immediately went from Deadwood straight into 6 seasons of Justified, which was amazing. Same character. I mean, I don't mean to be that way. One was in the Old West, one
It
was in
was.
Miami, in same character, and it was fabulous.
He wasn't even the best actor in that show, though.
No, that show was great.
Yeah, it had the guy
Walton
from
Goggins.
Yes.
It had the guy from he was Caesar in Rome.
Who?
Ian
Ian
McShane.
McShane. Yeah, damn it.
Caesar
Are
in
you guys
Rome.
talking about Deadwood still?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I know because
He
I
was
haven't seen
also-
Justified.
What
you
are
guys
you
were
saying?
talking about Justified, and you're like, he's not even the best actor. Yeah, no, he wasn't great in Deadwood, but Deadwood was a fantastic show.
Yeah, and Ian McShane was just, we were all over.
Oh,
we
yeah,
went-
it's like, who the hell is this guy? He is awesome.
So that led my wife asking for Christmas to get the Lovejoy, the complete series of Lovejoy. He's this antique dealer that like runs little scams and cons and things, and it's all Ian McShane in his prime,
Nice.
way back in his youth, and it was beautiful. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
it's from,
gorgeous.
like early '90s, like late '80s.
Late '80s, early '90s, yeah, and it was really good.
Well, let's stay on Ian McShane here. I'm assuming you guys have all seen American Gods.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very good.
I haven't,
I've
I
Perfect,
haven't,
Mr. Wednesday.
I haven't watched the show very much, but
Okay.
I've seen clips.
I've seen like the first 6 episodes of
Okay.
the first season.
It's
Well,
good.
we'll keep it
I
generic, but
think
I'm
the
familiar
show
Ian
with
is-
McShane
Yeah, I
is
think the
a
show is
perfect
old
Mr.
enough to-
Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the book. so-
Yeah, he's the perfect.
He's Mr. Wednesday, and it is beautifully done, and it's fantastic. He also, staying on that, is the manager of the Continental.
Oh, right.
in John Wick.
John Wick. You know, here's my problem. The first
Yeah,
John Wick
he is.
ends, and I was turned to my buddy, and I'm like, okay, first of all, has everybody seen it?
No.
I guess it doesn't matter. Hey,
No,
spoilers.
you're good.
Yeah, whatever.
I go, I find it hard to believe that there's an entire hotel that caters to nothing but hitmen. That seems a little crazy
Odd.
to me, right?
Right?
And then you
Well,
see John
there's a-
Wick 2, and you realize 50% of the population of New York are hitmen.
Hitmen, yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh,
My friend
now
goes,
it makes
oh,
sense.
now it makes sense, right?
Well,
Okay.
what'd you think about the bar in Deadpool where it catered specifically to mercenaries?
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
That's true.
and
But that's
mind
a bar,
you-
though. This is like a hotel in downtown New York that's like 12 stories high.
100 years old.
At the
Yeah.
same
100
time, you
years
know those
old.
guys have a lot of disposable income.
I get
Right,
that.
right. But it wasn't a hotel that caters to assassins. It was a hotel that is, to go back to the rules, holy ground.
Right.
Always neutral. There is no fighting. There are no hits. It is a safe haven.
That's true.
What assassin wouldn't want that? That they know they can limp into the
Right.
and they're not going to be touched.
And if you break the rules, then
Until
everybody
somebody-
tries to kill you.
Yeah.
Everybody blows up the hotel, and then it's on. Ta-da!
Oh, no, I'm sad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, John Wick 2, good.
Yeah.
John Wick 2, horrible.
Where you-
No, it
where
wasn't.
it's like,
Wasn't
you
horrible.
I stepped on an ant. John Wick comes in. Hey, has anybody seen my pet ant?
Why did I do this? Because you killed John Wick's aunt. Wait, you mean his mother's sister? No, small ant. Pick up a piece of sugar, carry across the table.
I haven't
friend and
seen
I-
any of those movies.
Oh, you need to
But
see
that is
John
a
Wick, dude. It's
fantastic Russian
amazing.
accent. I
Damn
am
it.
friends with a Russian on PSN, and you
like
sounded
the-
just like him.
I feel like Colossus is right here. It's
There it
crazy.
is.
Even though this is a spoiler, I mean, this happens like in the first 5 minutes of the movie or so, but, you know, my friend and I, after we saw John Wick, we're back at my place and we're chatting with it. My wife comes in and we're like, you know, I can't believe he killed all those people because of his dog. You know, they killed his dog. My wife's like, my wife thought we were joking. And then John Wick 2 is getting ready to come out, and she had heard us and everybody talking about it. So we decided to watch John Wick, and she watches it. And she goes,
crumples.
and she goes, holy crap, you guys weren't kidding. He did all that because they killed his dog?
Well, the dog was a gift from his wife, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
It was to help him mourn her
there's-
death.
It's the last memory of his dead wife.
No, I get it. I get it. But when you just
Screw you all.
when you just do a sentence synopsis of the movie,
Yeah.
you don't believe it. You
They
know?
killed the puppy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Kill everyone. Burn it to
There-
the ground.
the MPAA rating system does nothing for me. I need to know.
Right.
I need to know
Too many
before I
letters.
go into a show, into a movie, if like important things, like is there blobby, floaty CGI? Do they kill the dog?
Right. So-
Useful things that will
so-
affect whether I see the movie or not.
Exactly. And
Wait, what was your scene? How did you describe that scene?
Blobby, floaty CGI.
Can you give us an example?
the villain in Justice League.
The,
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Or
that
like
would be true.
another example. Anytime there's like Venom in Spider-Man 2.
Deacon Frost from Blade 1 as the
Spider-Man
Blood
3,
God.
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
sorry.
That was a
Yeah.
blobby, bloaty CGI.
Yeah, but that was early CGI, so you can.
Yeah, that was in the 90s.
That's-
I can give it a pass.
Pass. Yeah.
That's not a good excuse.
'Cause-
Early 90s. That's,
So
that doesn't cut it.
Okay, I
One
guess
of-
that's true when Terminator 2
Yeah.
came out in the mid
Yeah.
90s, right? It was it
kick-ass.
still holds up.
Yeah, it is.
Or,
it does.
or Jurassic Park. The
Or
first
Jurassic
one.
Park
Yeah.
or The Abyss.
Yeah.
That still
Which
holds up,
we
too.
watched The Abyss the other day with
The
the kids. It
Cube?
was really good.
With
Gleaming the Cube. That was
No,
wonderful.
the
No,
movie The
skating
Cube.
movie.
Cube with the trap.
Yeah, the
Trap
trap
rooms, yeah.
Yeah, the trap room thing with that pop star chick. What's her name?
Yeah, that's that one.
Big,
Oh,
big
it also
bottom.
It also had the,
Tiffany.
No,
it also had the
Aaliyah.
girl
J-Lo.
that also-
J-Lo. That's it. Thank you, Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, and
Hey, I'm
I
a
was just gonna
backside fanatic. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Vince-
Did
I was
that
just
one
going to start
also have
listing
Ezra
random
Jackson?
pop stars.
Vincent D'Onofrio, wasn't he in that?
Well, yes, you said a nice
Oh, yes.
posterior.
Speaking
You went
of
immediately to Vincent
Movies in the
D'Onofrio.
90s
Yes.
with good CGI. What was it? Dark City?
City.
Dark City.
Matrix,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
but that was more late. I mean, that was like 99. right?
Rufus Sewell, great movie.
Matrix was revolutionary. I mean,
Well, yeah.
Matrix
They should
blew
make a sequel to
your
that
mind.
someday.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
they should.
They should.
That would be
I'm
good.
I-
Did you see the animated Enter the Matrix prequel?
Yes.
to
Which was-
that,
Oh,
which was
yeah.
pretty
No.
amazing.
Oh,
you mean
it's pretty dope.
the
It had some-
Animatrix? That
Yes,
had, like,
the
That-
Animatrix.
the
It had
Animatrix,
some
yeah,
parts
thank
that
you.
were good and some parts that I thought
Oh,
were really
bro,
bad.
that samurai scene fight was
But I'll tell
so
you,
legit.
I'll tell
that
you,
was good, but,
I
like-
have arguments with my friends because I told them that The Matrix 2 was okay, and he says, no, it was terrible. He won't even accept that it was okay.
No, the Matrix 2 was okay. It was better than the third one.
Well, that's true.
that
Well,
was-
you
yeah,
see,
that
most-
was
Most
hard.
anything is better than the
So
third one.
there is a guy on YouTube who cuts the second and third movies into the Matrix Reloaded Revolutions, where it is actually the story of Tank.
old
Whose
pilot.
brother gets or
Yeah.
his brother comes in after he gets murdered, and then he's like
By
doing
Cypher,
this.
that dick.
Yeah, and he's doing all of these important things, and
Cypher
it
was
basically
awesome.
cuts out all of the white people. And it's like he has this problem where his captain, played by Lawrence Fishburne, is a psycho who is delusional and believes in ridiculous things for no reason.
No white people, you have my attention.
and
That's
and
awesome.
then and it goes into like all of this stuff where all of these different characters are doing these things that you totally forget happened in that movie because
Nice.
you're just watching Keanu Reeves talk to a green screen for the rest of the time.
Nice. All right.
It was amusing.
So I'm not sure how we got here.
A fan theory.
I like
Well, let's start over.
Lord of
We
the
went
Rings
from-
was better.
Don't. Now you're just poking to poke.
Lord of the Rings was much better than
I-
Matrix. It's the
was-
same story.
It was much-
same story.
How was it?
Both a Christ-like story, both of them.
Oh,
Same
everything's a
stuff.
Christ-like story.
It is not.
Everything is.
Including Passion of the Christ, completely.
Well, I'll give you that.
completely a
Sorry.
Christ
This guy knows
allegory,
what he's
guys.
talking about. That is true statement. But anyway, yeah,
You
But
can't
the,
just
uh,
say Christ-like story, therefore they're the same movie.
they are the exact same
no.
stories.
No, they're not.
Yes,
No.
totally.
But
Wait, when did the hobbits get unplugged and enter the real world in the Lord
Yeah.
of the Rings trilogy?
When they leave
Yeah.
the Shire, duh. Come on.
No.
Same story.
now I
Way
will
off, way
I will
off.
give you that the Hobbit happens
Wait,
inside.
wait,
a
we're not
video.
I didn't say the Hobbit.
No, 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 no,
You are out of your element, Donnie. This
the
is
movie,
bullshit.
The movie the movie trilogy of The Hobbit is a video game.
Wait, when did
there is even an ice level? Come on.
when do the big giant eagles come and save Keanu and the crew in The Matrix?
Ooh.
What?
Yeah. Who's Gollum?
It's not the same movie at
No,
all.
it's not the-
Well, Cypher is Gollum.
It's not the
obviously.
same
Yes.
story at
Well,
all.
Yes.
obviously.
Okay,
I
well,
mean,
I bet you're right. Okay, it's totally the
Thank
same
you.
movie.
Thank you. All right,
And the-
back to Rico is
and the-
making sense.
The other AIs
The
are
agents
the
are the
Eagles.
We're,
Sauron
we're
is the
blowing
machines.
Jay's mind, so we should just keep
Holy
throwing
crap.
shit at
He
him.
might be right.
Thank you.
And the
Thank you.
Oh, dang it. That means Morpheus is Gandalf, doesn't it?
yes.
yeah.
Son of a...
But you know what? He's racially diverse, and he hit a different target
You know
market.
what?
It was
You-
great.
so
You
who's
might be
Trinity?
right.
It
might be
is.
right.
It is.
So who's Trinity?
The Elf Queen.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and who?
No, Arwen.
No, what I'm
Oh,
saying
she's
is,
Arwen. Yeah, you're right.
No,
She'll be
Arwen doesn't.
She's
go
not
with it.
Arwen.
It's
Get
just-
the hell out
She's
of
a
here.
princess.
No.
She's
I
I don't give
the
a shit about her.
granddaughter.
She's a
No.
princess.
She's the granddaughter
Calm
to
down.
Galadriel.
Calm
No,
down.
Trinity
she's,
is
she's a
Legolas.
princess.
Come
You
on.
shut.
I was just gonna say Trinity is
The
anybody.
hottest
It's
chick.
Legolas.
The
You
hottest,
shut your whore mouth. She's a princess. She is the granddaughter to Galadriel, and you don't know your shit. Anyway.
We're not invested in
it's
this.
obviously the hot chick from Lord of the Rings, Legolas.
Right.
Exactly.
So
That's exactly where I was headed.
So the
So
other.
Wait, who's Sauron?
Oh, Sauron would be just the
machine
creators.
AIs.
Okay.
No. See, I
Then
take
who's
Sauron
Sauron?
as Agent Smith.
No, that would be
no,
Sauron.
that's
Saruman.
Sauron.
You're right. You're right. Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm
Or
sorry. I apologize.
Saruman. The creator.
Yeah, the architect.
He's the architect.
No, the
The
architect.
architect.
He's the
Yeah,
architect.
He'd be the
Yeah.
architect. Sauron
This
would be
has
the
gone
architect.
into an unacceptable place.
Uh-huh.
So-
I'm
to-
very.
So my
swayed.
favorite fan theory
Thank
about that franchise is that
Which
in,
franchise?
in
Which
The
franchise?
Hobbit,
Yes?
the trilogy, all of the conventionally attractive dwarves
Or women.
are
Are
female.
female dwarves.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so
Like
Absolutely.
Thorin, a bit of a diva.
Yeah, a little bit.
Feely and Keely even
Are women? You knew that. Who didn't know that?
It also means that Keely and Toriel are lesbians.
Sure.
You know, because
So we were
I mean,
saying
that's
is female
so
dwarves have beards.
I'm not against
Yeah.
it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's
said
a
that
thing.
in the Lord
Where do you
of the
think?
Rings
Where do you think I stole that from?
Yeah,
I mean,
makes sense.
So,
borrowed that from.
so you're all welcome. That
But
you-
I mean,
that we're on the same page now. That they're the same stories, just different settings.
Yeah, and the Fellowship is the ship in the Matrix.
Yeah.
The Nebuchadnezzar.
The Nebuchadnezzar and
Don't you
Trinity
point at me.
is Legolas. Yeah, that makes sense. It
I
is.
can see
and it
that
does.
strange appeal to say to tell you the truth.
Yeah, you know that's
I hate you so much right now.
Why? I just blew your mind.
it's kind of like that theory, and Big Bang Theory unfortunately popularized this on TV, but I knew about this before.
Yeah.
You know, the whole if Indiana Jones wasn't in Raiders of the Lost Ark, it would have been the same movie.
I disagree.
Yes.
Like everything would have happened.
You,
exactly
the thing is, okay, the difference is that Indiana Jones saves exactly one person. He saves
The
Marion.
chick, right? Yeah.
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 He saves Marion,
That's
and
true.
that redeems him for all of his dickishness the rest of the time. Because
What
in the
I
first
love-
movie, he is a straight up bastard.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
You know, he
Here-
doesn't get Baudelarized until later.
he
Yeah.
rocks the fedora though.
Here's what I love. I love the fanfic theory that all of the Indiana Jones movies are the lucid dreaming or illucid or whatever the non-lucid of Han Solo while frozen in carbonite.
Yeah, I've heard that. Too.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's
I was like,
hilarious.
Yep.
That is awesome. My
Little
first time I heard that.
call-outs and things.
Yes. Yeah. It was all because you
Which
see
is a cute little idea
Yeah.
to play
It
with.
is.
Yeah. Very interesting.
But
Which brings us to Cowboys and Aliens.
oh my god,
Never saw that
Never
movie.
saw
Was it
it,
any
'cause it
good?
looked
Yeah.
like trash.
Yes.
It looked
That-
like trash, so I never
that
saw it.
movie left,
No, that's discrediting trash. Stop that.
that movie served no purpose.
Yeah, it
it
did.
was just sort
Yes, it served no. So here's the thing: Harrison Ford, Olivia, what's her name?
Newton-John.
No, Olivia Munn, Daniel Craig.
Right.
It
I
had
mean, it
all
had
of
this
these-
phenomenal cast,
and they had nothing to do.
and they had
Like,
nowhere
just-
to go with
They
it.
were in a cheap horse opera with aliens tacked on.
Sounds good to me.
I was
Sign me
wait-
up.
And it's not as interesting as that sounds.
Exactly, and I was waiting for somebody to go, "Play me off, Johnny." Dun, 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 dun. I mean,
You
it was
know-
just like, it was good to watch, but it was utterly useless.
I read the plot synopsis of this, and I've seen too many TV shows and movies where some force comes over here and they have some technology, but one person gets a hold of a piece of that technology and somehow uses it to defeat the entire other technology.
That is totally it.
That's not the way it works.
Yeah, we did that in Independence Day. Great flick.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like,
That was a
well,
little different, though.
well, we invade.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Cowboys
was
and
it?
Aliens
Was
and
it?
Independence Day are the same movie.
Oh, that kind of is. But yeah, it's like we burned down the forest, but one of the chimpanzees got a hold of our TV remote, so it's all over.
Yeah, we're done here. So
We're defeated.
which takes us Independence Day to Independence Day 2.
Never
Stop
saw it.
it.
Look like
No.
trash.
I could not get through just like the IMDb page.
Oh,
for
it was wonderfully bad.
I kind of liked ID4 too. Yeah, it was really good.
It
I've
was. It
never
was.
Well, it
seen
wasn't
it, I'm
really
okay.
good, but it was entertaining.
was
I
it?
liked it.
Why wasn't it ID5?
Well, and here's the. Woo! This is where it comes.
Yeah,
this is where it gets.
ID 4-2. That was just stupid.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Well, yeah, it was called Independence Day. It was abbreviated to
Yeah, I know.
ID4.
Right.
So I just said ID4 too.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was.
No, I get
Independence
that.
Day 2.
Independence Day.
Independence year.
Yeah, Independence year.
That would have been a better title.
Independence Day 2
Right.
was to Independence Day what John Wick 2 was to John Wick.
No.
No, you're way off.
No, John Wick 2 had some
You
really
wrong, Colonel Sanders. You wrong.
I will
Okay.
admit, John Wick 2
No.
was not as good as the first one to
Walk-
me,
walk
but
us-
it
walk
was
us
still
through
freaking
this.
fantastic.
Agreed.
He's
freaking-
I'm about to pull the pin on this grenade.
Let's
He's the
let's
Chuck
see
Norris.
I want to
It's
see the
awesome.
forensic breakdown on this. Show me your receipts.
Because show me your receipts. Very nice. Because John Wick 2
Uh-huh.
I didn't do it. Don't look at me.
was the perfect prequel, whatever the what is the preface? It was the perfect. It was just the opening scene for John Wick 3. You know it was. It was just like you could put that entire movie into 15 minutes and then gone. And now we go to John Wick 3, which is the story you really wanted to see because he walks through that park and I'm going, are you kidding me? I got to wait. When are they going to do the third one? Because I really want to know
Hey.
how this opening finishes.
Keanu Reeves.
Same thing with Independence Day 2.
No.
It was all a setup. It was so wide open for, well, they got to make a third one now because crap, they did this.
Right.
And that was it. That was the problem I had with John Wick 2. John Wick 2 was fabulous, except at the end I went, what you mean we went all through all of that and really the answer is it's just a setup for the third one?
Well, of course.
God, you're killing me.
Everything's
So-
a setup for the next thing nowadays.
Similar. Okay.
no.
Similar release date. Bone Tomahawk
Horrible movie.
I've
was
never
the
heard
most
of this thing.
brutally
Horrible.
violent movie. I mean,
I
it's
saw the
up,
Red Band trailer for it.
It is
Worse
up
than
there.
Sin City?
Yeah.
It
yes.
is up there with like
It's horrible.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre level,
Which was a terrible movie.
Lucio Fulci level
Oh.
horror.
Worse than Cannibal Holocaust?
It's up there with
Yeah.
it.
Oh, up there with
was
it? Ooh.
weak.
I was gonna
Wow.
say,
It's
it's not
in
worse.
that. It's
Dumb.
it's in that zombie. Like it's up there with the Italian
a
masters.
level
of horror.
below it.
I'm not horror, but like
Wow.
gory.
Gore. Yeah.
I mean, it was massively.
I don't know. Japan's
Poorly-
doing pretty good with their gore too, with their crazy outlandish movies.
Well, but I mean, like they
nuts.
massively messed up the marketing because like there are just like there. At some point in the beginning of the movie, there's a Native American man who shows up and says, "Yep, there's troglodytes or something," and there's basically like orcs, the cavemen, the 13th warrior guys live up in the mountains, and that guy like who says that just nopes the hell out of the rest of the movie wisely.
So he's the only smart guy.
He's
Correct.
just like, we don't go there, we don't talk about it, just let it go, don't be there. And
Of course they go there.
and somebody gets like carved from crotch to crown upside down.
I saw that scene. It is brutal.
It is brutal.
Horrible.
Horrible. It is. I mean, just bits get chopped off willy nilly. It
Sounds
is
good.
rough.
I'm in.
Wow. Like Bolton-esque bad?
It
Yeah,
is up
that's,
there.
It's pretty horrible.
Alrighty.
Oh,
That's
speaking
good.
of useless movies that have no place, anybody excited about Pacific Rim 2?
Yes.
Yes.
I am?
Oh,
Did you see the first
Cannot
Pacific
wait
Rim,
for
Jay?
this show.
Oh yes, loved it.
Oh, okay, big giant robots
although-
fighting big giant monsters.
Although,
New Age Voltron, good stuff. I like it.
You shut your. It just shows how much you just don't even understand what's going on around you on a
I
regular
just,
day.
I just blew your mind with Lord of the Rings references, so you just better back off. And
I did
just
have
see how it goes.
some
All right, I'll-
major issues with Pacific Rim, but overall, I loved it.
It was fun.
Yeah,
it was a good
Have you
And
story.
seen
it
the
looked
honest trailer for
fantastic.
Pacific Rim?
Oh Jesus!
It says it's either the it's either the greatest dumb movie of all time or the dumbest great movie of all time.
Yeah.
He goes, it's got everything your inner 9-year-old will live.
Heck
Will
yeah.
love. Giant robots. Yeah.
My wife
Giant
was like,
monsters. Yeah.
giant monsters fighting giant robots. I'm in.
I'm in.
And she's like, that's exactly what it was.
The
I loved it.
The announcer guy goes, he's got pew 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 pew. It's just like, yes.
Yes, dude. So I can't wait to see Pacific Rim 2 because it's got John Boyega in it, who played
It's
Finn in
probably
the new Star
really
Wars
gonna
trilogy.
suck, but I'm
Whatever.
Still gonna
No,
go
it's
see
not.
It.
It's going to be amazing. I'm
Okay.
going to love every hour.
Well, I want a forensic breakdown of this to begin with, and I got to figure out some way to steal John's thing down there. I'd love to show you receipts. That was awesome. Will it have Rico? I'll throw this to you because I know you're going to answer this the right way. Will it have giant robots?
Yep.
Will those giant robots be fighting giant monsters?
Yep.
I think we're good here. I think that's
right? I mean,
I think we've got to. That's success.
There's
right
also
there. That's a
other.
formula.
There's also other giant robots fighting other giant robots to see who's the best giant
Well,
robot.
that's
and
like-
there's also
There can
giant
be only
monsters
one.
that are like half cyborgs.
yeah, dude.
So
It is the perfect
got
sci-fi
something for
trash,
everyone.
and I can't wait to watch it.
I'm hoping does anyone know Ron Perlman in it?
I
bet
didn't
he
see
is.
if Ron Perlman.
You know,
was in
if
it. He
so,
was
they
still
should keep
alive
it
from
quiet.
the first one.
They
Yeah,
should
keep it
yes.
quiet.
absolutely, yeah, because he was still alive at the end of the first one in the Stinger, right?
Yeah.
The my favorite line of that entire movie
yeah,
reads as, "Where's my other goddamn shoe?" I loved it. I was just, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It was all kinds of good.
We should do that as the podcast. We should go see Pacific Rim 2 and then do
And then
a
review
movie
it. Okay,
review
so
afterwards.
so
yeah.
I agree with
Since
that.
you guys have started a sci-fi game, that one I'm not going to discuss yet because it hasn't aired.
So are we going to then? That's a good thing. It's a good segue. Does that take us into? Are we going to review Black Panther?
We should.
I want to see it. I'm excited.
Should this?
I
this
didn't
team
see
review
Thor
it?
Ragnarok, but I don't think I'm.
It was
It was
good.
good.
I
I
hear
heard
it was good. I
yeah.
hear
Yes.
it was an amazing movie, better
amazing.
than the second Thor. So yeah, I wanna
Yes.
see
well, a lot was better.
It
than
is.
the second
It is
Thor.
this. It is the Matrix.
Second-
Matrix 2 was probably better than Thor 2.
I
Yeah.
didn't see
He's
it.
like, yeah,
Matrix
Whoa.
3 might have been better than Thor 2.
Whoa!
That's the one with Christopher
I didn't-
Eccleston in it, right?
Yeah, I
Christopher
didn't
Reeve.
see it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Christopher Reeve.
I didn't
What the
see,
hell's wrong with you?
I'm
Half
sorry.
off. That's horrible.
I haven't seen any of them since the first Thor movie, but I
Here's-
wanted to see Thor Ragnarok. It was out of
Did
the
you
theater before
did
I
you
could.
see Doctor Strange?
No, I have not yet.
Really
it's
good.
on
Bro,
Netflix.
it's on Netflix. Watch it.
Yeah.
It is
well.
good. It is good.
So the Thor Ragnarok
Yeah.
was the movie that the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin has waited 47 years.
Oh yes, it was
to-
amazing.
Yeah,
too.
they I heard they went with the formula much like they did with Guardians of the Galaxy, which is what made Thor Ragnarok so amazing.
It was good.
A little
You
bit,
should
yeah.
see it.
Well,
Yeah.
they
Oh, I
made-
want to see it.
They
I'll,
made it
I'll see it when it
enjoyable.
comes on Netflix because it's going to be uploaded on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Probably quickly.
It's
I don't
absolutely
think-
fantastic.
I don't think Jade is going to make it tonight.
No, probably not.
It's nine. It's nearly 9.
Nearly
Yeah.
9. That's
All right,
okay.
Well, at 9 we'll switch over, or 9-ish we'll switch. Whoa! I don't even want to know where that went.
Oh, it just popped because his dangle is floppy.
It ended.
I'm taking pills for it. I don't
Oh,
want to talk
okay.
about it.
Okay, we'll leave it at that then. That'll be okay.
All right.
Alrighty then. So, are we gonna go see Black Panther?
Yeah.
Oh,
No. I mean, I'm going to go see it.
Thanks
but
for
not with
shattering
you
our
guys.
dreams.
Oh,
My
well,
wife and kids, they're like, it's a Marvel thing. We
so
all go.
go
and-
see it
Okay.
more than once.
Well, okay, sure, I could do that.
Okay, there we go. We wait till he sees it with his wife and his kids, and then we
Because
all go
well,
see
somebody-
it.
somebody
weekend.
suggested the 16th.
That's when it comes out.
I thought you were on vacation on the 6th.
No, not.
So
I leave
so
at 6
here's-
p.m. It's called a matinee, John.
So
It's all
somebody
good.
suggested that we take off work and I'll go see it and then record a thing and then release it that day.
President's Day.
What about it? There's a
I get President's Day off. Let's go see it on President's Day.
When's President's Day?
Monday. I will
2
not.
Mondays from this upcoming one.
I will not be in
Oh.
the state, but I will be
19th.
Friday.
Wow.
So
He wants to go see it on Friday and then review it. And
Well,
do it.
actually, that is the day that I run my game.
right.
that
So
evening.
he wants to do a matinee in the afternoon and
I can
see it.
probably not do a matinee because I'll be at work until 7.
You have a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe
earlier.
Maybe. Well, yeah.
I can be
Call
a
in
drain on
dead.
society.
I can call. I've got PTO. It builds every week. I can just use it whenever I feel like it.
yeah,
That's an idea.
I like it.
He wants to watch it before he leaves for vacation
Sure, makes sense.
because he's a tool.
Why do you say it like that? It's actually highly efficient.
You get way too many vacation days.
You do.
I can neither confirm nor deny
I can
that.
neither confirm nor deny how many vacation days.
Not
I
to
have.
humble brag, but it's not even humble brag. It's just straight up bragging. I have unlimited PTO at work.
So does he.
So do I.
nice.
The
Yeah.
as you requested when you need it, you
Yep.
take the.
Oh, my company hates me.
Whatever.
Don't get me wrong, but I
There was a
get that
dude
too.
who just came back from a 7-week vacation.
What?
His family lives in India, so he went over to India for like a month and a half.
Oh, well, good for him.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He
Did
just
like
got back
work,
this week.
Work from India.
He did for 1 week.
So he had 6 weeks off.
Well,
Nice.
Ish.
he was still over there.
But the conversion rate over there, that was 7 solid weeks.
yeah,
Oh, the different different
Daylight
numerical
saving-
values.
Daylight
Because-
savings time,
Because
guys.
they use
Yeah.
something other than the same calendar we use in India.
Yeah,
That's
well, of the daylight savings time and the time shift, he picked up like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
true.
Yeah, he
And
did.
we're
That's true.
one
That's
on
true.
the conversion
That's
rates
true.
are.
yeah, that's
Uh,
absolutely.
it just
the other weird
it
thing about
feels
India
longer.
is their time zone difference is like whatever and a half hour.
Yeah, I
It
know.
feels longer.
weird.
It feels longer because you can never go to the bathroom there. That's the Seinfeld joke.
Wow.
At
yes,
least, yeah,
that's-
because they don't use toilet paper. You have to use your
So now-
hand.
No,
well,
no,
or
I
the
mean,
3
they just-
seashells, and
no,
you don't
they
know how
just-
many people don't know that.
They just
I
say
don't.
never go to the
No idea.
bathroom there, and so none of them do.
None of them do. So now we are firmly in the territory of ugly Americans.
Yeah.
We're good. I, think
I don't
we've covered-
I don't go to third world countries. I'm good.
Oh, you're so.
You
Wow.
live in a
Racist.
third world country. What are you talking about?
No, I do not live in Kentucky. I live in Indiana.
I
Thank
think-
you very much.
Oh, you're third
I
world
think-
country adjacent?
Yeah.
Was India a third world country?
No.
Yes.
No, I think they're
Total third world country.
Because it comes down to what side they were on in World War II, right?
No, they're just worthless.
No,
They're
I thought it
third
was
world country.
the type of toilet paper that they have.
No.
So
got-
it-
First world
wait,
were
wait, so
on the
Jay-
Ally side. Axis were on the
Jay-
second world countries. Third world were ones that didn't
No.
have a.
India is like the story
the
of
official
Lord of the
definition.
Rings with
Oh,
Frodo.
you shut your.
No, it's a third world country. They still have
So Switzerland's a third
Craziness.
world country?
no.
By that definition, yes.
They don't have polio.
Although
No.
I doubt it.
Don't have polio.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gotta walk that one off. Oh, I can't have polio. Way to go.
You know, if the
this got-
anti-vaxxer movement keeps
Whoa.
growing,
We
could
might
have
get polio. We
yeah.
can get polio.
We
In-
could get
it-
polio.
Jen-
Jenny McCarthy gets her way. We'll have polio. in
India
just
is a
decade.
third world country, and Keanu Reeves is the new Charles Bronson. Just saying.
You are
on?
out of control, Whitey.
Total. Look it up. I'm sure
This
it's on
is
Wikipedia.
likely the definition of white privilege. You are just totally out of
No,
control.
it's true. Third world country. Don't go there.
Pierce Brosnan?
No, India. It's third world
Charles
country.
Bronson?
Yeah, what about him?
Which Bronson are you talking about?
That's what I said. Charles Bronson. Who's Charles
the
Bronson?
definition of third world country.
Mhm.
The non-aligned nations, which are often developing nations such as Africa, Asia, and Latin America, usually in those areas, they are in a third group of nations because they were allied neither with the Soviet Union or United States.
Gotcha. So India is a third world country. Got it.
Actually, it was.
So what is the definition of second world?
Those aligned with
Russia?
With
The
Russia
axis
during-
out. Yeah, the axis.
Yeah, they have this little handy map. Green is first world, yellow is second world.
If you just
red is
listen to me,
third
you
world.
guys will learn something.
But you are correct.
I'm learning this.
India is a third world country.
Told you
according to the
they
map.
have yellow fever. They have smallpox. They have freaking rubella.
He's talking about
They
the
do
map.
not have smallpox.
They do too.
Hey, we sent them blankets just like.
Oh,
That's the other.
And that will do us tonight.
have we?
Is it too soon?
Have
Is
we
it too
offended?
soon?
Have we offended enough people yet?
I think
Dude,
we might
it's
have.
always going to be too soon.
What do you have
So-
against Charles Bronson?
Because he's
Well,
no
for-
Chuck Norris.
For one thing, that's the wrong
Touche.
kind
Wait,
of
I got nothing.
Indian.
Didn't Charles Bronson go before Chuck Norris? So wouldn't
Yeah.
Chuck Norris
did.
be
No.
the next Charles Bronson?
Mind effing blown.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I had something for this, but I lost it.
It reminds me once of Roseanne that one time in an interview someone said, "You're like the next Lucy." You know, like Lucy Ricardo kind of
Right,
thing,
right,
or
right.
Lucille Ball.
Lucille
and
Ball,
she
yeah.
said, "I like to think of Lucy as the first Roseanne."
Yeah.
I'm like, you bitch.
She's
Was another reason to hate Roseanne Barr? Is that what I'm
Yeah,
hearing?
she
exactly.
sullied the name. Yeah, he's the new Pierce
So was
Brosnan.
so was
man.
Roseanne Barr ever your go-to?
Wait, Pierce
For
Brosnan?
what?
Pierce Brosnan or
That's
Yeah.
see.
Totally
Bronson-
screwed that up.
See?
Charles Bronson.
Bronson,
Bronson
Pinchot?
Pinchot?
What are we doing here?
Edit.
That's what I said. I was like,
Charles
did you say
Bronson.
Pierce Brosnan?
I said Charles at some point. I don't
Did you
remember.
say what was his name? Steele. What was the Steele? What was the
Steven Seagal? What?
Pierce Brosnan played the detective.
Remington
Steele. That's the
Yes,
one.
There you go.
Remington Steele.
Charles Bronson.
Thank you.
You're
He's
welcome.
just like, yeah, I'm on. You are.
Yeah,
on
he was in
crack.
Once Upon a Time in the West, The Magnificent Seven, The Dirty Dozen, The Great Escape, Rider on the Rain, The Mechanic, a bunch of stupid westerns that nobody cares about. Blah, blah, blah.
Somebody out
And
there
then
is going.
eventually he made Death Wish.
So Scott, you stick with me, and I'll teach you something. I like this. It's
I
good
bet
stuff.
you will.
Also, John Wayne sucks.
Oh,
Well, I mean, he
not
was
Duke.
he was
agree.
an open white
What?
supremacist.
Did you
well,
say you
that,
agreed?
That
I do.
didn't. That doesn't play well.
He
You know,
was
I'm
no,
finding
he
out.
was
I'm
like-
finding
they
out
were
that
like-
Rico and I are like
they were
total
like, why-
twinsies over
you know,
here.
Yeah.
No,
twinning.
but seriously, John Wayne was like, just like, yeah, I'm a white supremacist.
And he
That's-
sucked, and he couldn't act, and
And he
sucked.
couldn't act.
No, you
Oh, he
take
couldn't
that
act
He was
worth a
Genghis
crap.
Khan.
Oh, no, that's so sad.
Oh wait, you're right. That's basically what that
He was
was.
great
John
at not
Wayne's
shaving all
movies.
the way and standing there looking into a camera at nothing.
John Wayne, not like Lord of the Rings. Just
No.
throw it out there.
Not alike at all.
No.
John Wayne
me
would
sad.
be like a tree, not the walking kind, in Lord of the Rings.
Trent.
Not a
Treant.
treant. Say it right.
Listen here. I didn't even know you could read until the start
That's
of
gonna
this
be
episode.
that's
you
gonna be
shut your
the
whore
pet
mouth.
that's killed in John Wick 3 is his treant.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's the rumor.
They are
It's the fanfic. The
Didn't-
kill is
I was-
treant.
I was about to say
It's all-
They are connected.
Didn't you say he was
It's-
walking in a park?
We'll be
Yeah.
like,
So
oh,
he's
it's
gonna
so
meet his treant.
look,
They're gonna never
it's
done
going
that.
to, it's so nice that
He's
we've
not
got
really
this
walking in the park.
campfire
He's more
here that
kind
we're
of running out
keeping
of the park.
warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
6
John,
of one, half
John
dozen
Wick
of them.
says, "Hey, has anybody seen my pet tree?"
There it is.
Oh no!
Oh no! The tree was a seedling. It was a gift from his wife.
It's kindling now. Oh no.
Yeah, a bunch of loggers look over at each other and run and drop their tools.
Exactly, because they're Canadian. They don't fight.
John Wick picks up
Hey,
their logging
can-
axe and chucks it at him.
Canadians are dangerous.
Yeah.
What, with
they're-
maple syrup? What are you talking
No,
about?
they are dangerous people.
sticky. Watch
Very
out.
very
Speaking-
devious.
Just in general,
I-
Mounties also.
The Mounties, samurai and ninja, old and busted. Lumberjacks and Mounties, new
Hey.
hotness.
The new
No
hot-
hotness. Yeah.
Do you know why I'm not worried about samurai or ninjas? Because they wear socks with sandals, and that's fucking horrible. And that was
Now we have to edit this for the first
Edit.
time.
edit. I'm
You
sorry.
are horrible.
I'm
I
sorry.
cannot stand you. So
Get in line.
what I was going to say before lucidity poured out of his face.
Dribbled down his chin.
Yeah, no doubt.
Bring
I
it.
can't even remember what I was going to say. I was on a Remington Steel kick.
You screwed
Then we
it
went
up.
to John Wayne. Then I was going to say Clint Eastwood versus John Wayne.
I would take Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
every day of the week.
So if John, because he was a white supremacist hack, I get you.
And it's
Now
not
I see
even
why it
because of
doesn't
that.
work
It's
here.
because he's a horrible actor and his movies all suck.
No.
Okay, well there it is.
No.
Go ahead. Which movie you're going to throw out there? You get to pick one. One John Wayne movie. What are you going with?
Oh, I don't remember off the top
Rooster
of my head.
Cogburn? What are you
No.
doing here?
No. No.
What do you-
Searchers.
I don't even remember the names of most of the movies.
Just pick a movie.
I got nothing.
One with the Duke.
Zero.
Well, then you can't. Then,
Zero.
then you lose.
No.
Of
Or
Iwo
Mule
Jima.
for Sister Sarah or something. What, didn't you make
Oh.
a stupid movie called that? Come on.
Now you're making stuff
No,
up.
I don't think
At least
so.
I didn't
He
make
said
shit
no.
up.
I don't think I am. Okay. Because let's say we
It's a tough room.
insert
It
name
is.
of John Wayne movie here. So you know,
Oh, Honda. There's one.
there's one, right?
Yeah.
You know that was a
White
remake
supremacist
of the Lord
movie?
of the Rings.
Shut up.
It's Jesus Christ story.
Hey,
it's the same
I
thing.
had standing for what I said at least.
You maybe.
So we'd
Thank
like
you.
to apologize to the people of
Apologize.
India.
I'd like to apologize to the people of the
I
planet
want to
Earth.
apologize
Yeah.
to Jesus. I'm sorry.
I'd like to apologize to the people who have listened to this podcast.
I was going to say, if they tuned out, you don't need to apologize.
You
to them
are
'cause they're not
welcome.
gonna hear it.
Yes,
You
but
are welcome.
If you're 47 minutes in with us,
Congratulations.
congratulations. You should. Okay, here's the deal.
The struggle
about
is
this?
real.
We are-
Dealing
we are
with
your
these
friends.
jackwagons.
If you're all right, we need a phrase.
Yeah.
We need a phrase. We need some. If you're 47 minutes into this particular podcast, and we have not lost you a long time ago, what do they need? You need to tweet us and say what phrase, and we'll get them something. We'll get them. I don't know what are we going to send them? A
Clint
gift, a game.
greater than John.
Clint greater than John. Tweet us that. That's Clint greater than John. and we'll get you the hookup. What are we gonna get him? We're gonna get
Well,
him.
I don't know.
Get
You'll have a.
him I don't know. We're gonna get him something.
Hey, I have three
Lord of the Rings
three
bookmark.
soldiers showing up that have not been named yet. They are going to
There
be.
it is. There it is. The first 3 people that tweet us, Clint greater than John, you get to pick the names of the NPC soldiers. You're getting NPCs named
Yeah.
after you. You get to pick them. We'll work with you to work with it.
'Cause
Nothing
right now-
like NPC Mickerton, because that's
they're
just like dumb.
Soldier McSoldier face.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
they're going to be like poop snack.
Yeah, no,
You
none
know,
of that.
something,
We're not doing any of that.
Yeah.
No, but
Oh,
the first
yeah.
3 people.
Matt, don't be the person that names one of the soldiers poop snack because I know you will.
Because I know you, and we're gonna go.
Aw.
No, we're not able to do that. Please pick another name, and we'll work with you. So this is Listener Engagement 101.
There you go.
First 3 people that tweet us, Clint greater than John, you're in, and we will celebrate your inness because you have made it this far. Now that being said, a week from now I will put that up, and somebody will tweet me Clint greater than John, and I'll go, what the hell is that? No, okay, I'm writing this down so that I don't forget and go, what the hell? So that's our super
Yeah.
special.
They'll be the colleagues of Mickelson, Vasquez, and Tyler.
Yes.
We can't have a Mickelson.
Nope,
We
can't
had
do
a,
it.
we had a Mickelson.
We
Why
had an
can't-
agent Mickelson.
We had an agent, Nicholson.
Oh, we did have Nicholson. You're right.
Mickelson with a
You're right.
Oh, like the golf.
Yeah, you know, like M is in Mancy. Come on.
Yep.
So,
All right.
and that's how we get antsy. All right. So that wraps us up well. I don't know how we got here, but I really like it.
It's behind the mask.
You're welcome.
Act
Oh,
like you've been here before.
Wait, one more
I know.
thing. If someone's made it this far, they should go back, start over, and trace the conversation path of how we got here and link that.
and at the
in a
end
tweet.
of it, draw a big
No.
circle that says "Rethink Your Life."
Yeah, it's like listening to an Ozzy Osbourne LP like backwards. It's creepy.
That would be
Yeah.
wonderful. though.
Awesome.
Yeah. Do
That's how you
not
summon a demon.
Yeah, bring it.
back mask. Gaming with Scott.
What?
The messages are too dangerous.
Yeah, don't do that. That would be bad.
Well,
But I would
yeah,
like to see.
yeah.
I would like to see. This arrow to that, arrow to that, arrow to that, because we are back on customer engagement.
There we
and-
go.
and
We're
bringing the
restarted.
NBC. We came full circle, boys and girls. I want to see the circle.
Nobody's
It's an,
listening, so
it's-
we
what
won't
do they
have
call it?
anybody.
It's a borealis. What's
A Roboros.
Is that how it's pronounced?
That's the snake eating its ass.
Yes. Yes.
You guys are just making you're making it up as you go.
No, that's a thing.
Sure it isn't. You're just making up
Yes,
words.
that's like the serpent.
So you don't
I thought it
even
was
know.
like
You
a
can't
bor-
even make
a
the
boreoris.
shapes. You're lying.
I just made a circle.
You
What are
made a
talking
circle.
about?
That's it.
That's the
no,
shape.
Way off.
That is the shape.
Way off,
the
Colonel
shape.
Sanders. Way off.
Roboros.
Colonel Sanders.
I don't know.
Ouroboros.
Or a bor.
Ouroboros.
A Roboros.
No, I don't think it's Ouroboros. You're saying it wrong.
You guys are wrong.
Okay. If a snake,
You're wrong, Bobby Boucher. You
I
wrong.
gotta ask you a question. If a snake
Mm-hmm.
ate its own tail, like started to swallow itself,
and was big enough to circle the earth.
and no,
No, then you're
no,
just getting
stop,
crazy.
get off of Dragon Ball Z.
no, I'm
So-
talking about the Norse mythology here.
Right,
That's
right,
the
right, right, right,
Jormungandr.
Yeah,
But-
that's the one.
That is
Yes.
That's true.
That's
No,
what I
no.
thought you were
Back to
talking
what
about.
you
No,
were making
back
up.
to
Keep
what I'm
going.
saying.
Yeah.
If the snake is large enough and it tries to eat its own tail,
It's stupid.
Jackson, let me ask you a question.
You already did.
What shape do you think it would make?
It depends how big it is.
You're right, John.
It could be like a potato chip.
No.
really.
Could just be a blob of flesh.
It
I mean,
could.
we
Ouroboros.
don't know.
Yeah.
Ouroboros.
It's actually a ring. It's not
But-
a circle. It's a ring.
Which is what shape?
A ring.
Circle shape.
cycle.
It's spherical.
You're an idiot.
If you
A
keep going
spherical.
360,
You
it's
wear
spherical.
spherical rings?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
What
We've-
dimension?
Okay, we've
Yeah.
plumbed the depths of Jackson's idiocy.
we're-
I
we're
think,
done.
I think
we
need
have
to
to
go here.
leave.
We
I
have
need
to leave the room. I feel it. I'm getting dumber just sitting next to you. It's like
No.
exposure.
This is like one of those poops where you feel like you have to leave.
You got to
leave
pinch
a-
it off.
Where you have to leave a tip for the
What?
for the cleaning crew on the counter. It's like, here's a 20.
What do you
I'm
eat?
sorry.
Wow,
That is this
that'll-
conversation.
I would like to disavow all knowledge and friendship.
I was just 5 minutes ago is when I left
I'm
this
going
conversation.
there. I'm going there. I will escalate again. That was level 1. Do you want to see level 2?
This is
Sign
why-
us off, Scott.
This is why we can't have nice things.
I thought
This
that
is
was
why
level 2, and now we're going to go.
This is-
I wasn't here. I'm not here right now. That's how that is.
That
This is
escalated
why we
quickly.
don't have nice things.
That escalated quickly.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for listening. Oh, dear God. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon.
Bye.
Boy.
Wow. And that'll do us tonight for Gaming with Scott presents Behind the Masks, a Southgate media production. You can always send us an email at gamingwscott@gmail.com or catch us on Twitter. Josh Elliott is at Asmodee369. Dan is at Malkware. Josh Jackson is at ActionJack853. And Rico is at R1CO. Or me, Scott T, at GamingWScott. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/GamingWScott. Remember, superfans, the more you share, the more we make. If you love what we do, share it with your friends. If you don't love what we do, please share it with us. This show will only be made better by listener participation. Send us email or comments on Facebook, or send us a tweet of the things you would like us to discuss. We promise we will get your comments and topics on the air. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon.